they need to take their shares out of margin accounts. Okay. Every margin account agreement in the United States that I've read of Merrill, Goldman, Credit Suisse, UBS, Morgan, down the list, says that if you're in margin, they can lend your shares in the fine print. And incidentally, when they lend their shares, they're going to short sellers, which are diametrically opposed to what you want the stock to do to go up. It's crazy. But believe it or not, that's legal. That's not what our cases are about. So take your friggin' shares out of margin. That's number one. Number two, put them in cash account, which in the States, not in Canada. I went up and gave a speech in Canada. Believe it or not, it's legal for them to loan your cash account shares in Canada, but not in the States. Under Rule 15C33, they have to be segregated almost in a separate group of assets because the company cannot encumber them, okay, which is what they're doing when you're in margin, because they're loaning you money to buy more stock, right? So take them out of margin and then put them in cash accounts and get a written confirmation from your broker that they are not lending your cash account shares, because believe it or not, they lend cash account shares too. These people in general do not care, okay? And when they run out of cash account shares, they're going to lend nothing except air, but of course collect all the money, the negative rebate they call it, for the loan. So your customers or investors need to understand that, and especially for anybody that owns large groups of shares, get those shares out. And if you don't need to trade them, take them out of the DTC and put them in your vault. Now, most people aren't going to do that because they want to trade their shares, but at least get them out of margin, at least put them in cash account, and at least get your investors to have their broker confirm in writing they're not lending their shares, and they're not going to lend their shares.